Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a good day. Sea Limited just reported earnings, right? Stock price is up a nice amount, 4.45%. So let's get this episode started. Like always, I hope you guys are having a good day today. And feel free to post on the comments any questions you guys might have. So let me kind of switch out in view. I don't know what view I'm in. Give me 1 second. So yeah, Sea Limited, right, today is up 4.4% right now as I am recording this episode. I already did the video for Sea Limited. It's actually going to come out right after this live stream. So that's going to be interesting. But if you guys want to take a quick look at Sea Limited, we can definitely do that during today's episode. But we can see right now the overall market is taking a huge hit. So we can see Dow right now is down 0.1%, pretty much 0.1%. Nasdaq is down also 1%. We have the S&P 500 down 0.77%. So market is definitely taking quite a hit right now. Let's see. Anybody have any thoughts on the markets right now? We can see overall everything seems to be red from technological company, e-commerce. What's going on, David? What's going on, Gordon? Yeah, another big red day today. Right, it definitely seems to me right now we still have it still seems to be more like a COVID play to some extent, or some form of COVID fear. We have healthcare, for example, seems to be the only market that is up right now. Give me 1 quick second, guys. Let me see why I can't see chat. Here we go. I'm waiting for it to fall a bit more to pick up stuff. So David, David, may I ask, what are you waiting, what are you looking to pick up as things continue to go down? Good morning, Fizz. How's it going? Like I said, in a bit, we're gonna take a quick look at Sea Limited's earnings. They, in my opinion, I thought they were impressive. Gordon, CrowdStrike is that's what you're looking into getting. So let's take a quick look at earnings we have this week. So this week we had Roblox yesterday and PaySafe. I did a video on both Roblox and PaySafe. If you guys have any thoughts or any questions, that feel free to let me know right now. Today we have Huya. I haven't really looked at Huya today. Sea Limited, they did report earnings, and that's the only one I believe is up in the whole market right now. It's up 4.4%. In all honesty, I wonder how this stock would be performing if the stock market wasn't kind of tanking. Right, because we see, right, everything, all the major indexes are down over almost close to 1%. Dow down 0.82, Nasdaq down 1%, and we got the S&P down 0.72. So I'm actually curious, how would Sea Limited actually be reacting right now if it wasn't for it? Freaking Fizz, thank you for the support, man. Appreciate it. I don't know if you missed it. I am dropping the video in a bit on Sea Limited. I thought I have all the stuff here, so I mean we can look at it. Overall their earnings, but the video is dropping in about 40 minutes or so after I jet out from today's live stream. But thank you, Fizz, so much. Hope you are enjoying the vacation. And is the girlfriend with vacation with you, or 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 it's just you alone right now? And tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we have Nvidia. And Nvidia is gonna be, I think today, after what's going on, Pilot, go buy yourself some Free Fire skin. Free Fire is just still showing amazing moves. We're gonna see, right? Free Fire. We've been keeping track of it, right? We, through these live streams, I feel we go to App Annie a lot, and this is actually what they use based on App Annie. So App Annie is actually a pretty cool site. I think it was Big Buck who showed me that website, and I've been using it. And we can see Free Fire is the third highest by average monthly active users for mobile games on Google Play globally. It is the highest grossing mobile game in Southeast Asia and Latin America, maintaining this leading position for 8 consecutive quarters. It's also the highest grossing mobile game in India for 3 consecutive quarters, the highest grossing mobile battle royale game for 2 consecutive quarters, and the second highest grossing game on Google Play in the United States. I mean, App Annie, I think, is such a cool site to use. Definitely use that as a tool if you guys have not. It's free. I don't pay for it. Neo up 7. Nice, Pilot. Fine. Awesome. Free Fire average revenue per user is down about 10% quarter, but monthly paying users are up 13 million. And I do want to say, Fizz, we kind of saw that as well, similar with Roblox. Let's just go to App Annie. I just believe they are expanding in still a lot more countries, and some of these countries might not have the highest revenue per user, so that's kind of affecting that quarter over quarter, or kind of affecting that margins. But you still kind of see that overall growth in paying users. So that's definitely very bullish case. Gordon, welcome to support level. Thank you so much, Gordon, for the support. So if we take a quick look at App Annie right now, if we take a look at iOS, and let's just take a look at overall, what do we see here? Free Fire in iOS in the United States overall office yesterday was number 6. If we take a look at Google Play instead, overall in the United States, Garena is number 5. So Garena continue to stay in one of these high positions here. Let's not compare Roblox to see different leagues. It definitely is. I mean, Roblox I looked at their earnings yesterday. Roblox bookings were growing at 35% year over year. Sea Ltd bookings grew what? I think it was 80 something percent or 65%. 65%. So this is super impressive. I mean, let's take a quick look at Sea Ltd. 159% year over year in total GAAP revenue. And this to me is super impressive for 2 reasons. One is triple digit growth. Who doesn't like triple digit growth? The second reason is this is comparing it to same time last year. Same time last year was already affected due to COVID situation. So for them to, we've seen a lot of companies like Pinterest, like what else do we see? Etsy, kind of a lot of these companies that Netflix is another one that had strong growth last year due to COVID situation, kind of slowed down this year. And this is not the case for Sea Ltd, right? It grew last year at strong triple digits growth. This year, it's still seeing that same type of growth. 65% year over year booking, up quarter over quarter. I do want to say, right, quarterly active users are up 45%. Quarterly paying users are up 85%. The three-headed monster, right, gross orders increasing, gross market volume is also increasing here for the e-commerce. So Shopee and Garena still driving strong forces. Their fintech is such a small business, but it's still growing at crazy levels, right? Their fintech total payment volume grew 150%, and then we have their quarterly paying users grew 109%. I do want to say there was I wouldn't say it's a complete yellow flag, but something investors should keep in mind of, right? Adjusted non-GAAP EBITDAs were negative this quarter compared to profitable same time last year. The main reason is this company is spending a lot more money. Cost of revenue, we can see increased dramatically. Sales and marketing almost tripled. So cost of revenue almost doubled, right? We can see from 681 to 1.3 billion. Sales and marketing almost tripled, almost 2.5. So that's something investors should keep in mind of. At the same time here, we have to understand, right? Sea Ltd right now is just trying to grab as much market share as they can. That's why we're still seeing that triple digit growth in the revenue. But again, still a yellow flag there. I don't want to. Another thing, right? They did increase their full year guidance. So full year guidance right now is now expected to be 44.4% year over year growth in digital entertainment bookings and 121% year over year growth at the midpoint in their e-commerce business. There are also a bit of other green flags that I talk about in the video. That video will come out later. I want to say after this stream. So Roblox is mostly for kids who have properly been enjoying time outside and with friends recently. Now that have world is a bit more opened up. But we did see, right, the increase in Roblox. In Roblox, we saw that increase in people over 13. I wonder if they can break it down. But Roblox right now is down 4% after earnings. Jose, 20 Canadian dollars is only 15 cents USD. Okay, Fizz, regardless, I don't care. It's amazing. It's amazing the support. But I know you're just joshing. What else do we have? Kendall, Disney or Square, a better buy at today's prices. Looking to average up in one today with some profits I took on a small position. So guys, what do you guys think? If let's say Kendall, she was looking to get into Disney or Square, what would you pick? Again, obviously none of this is advice. I mean, this is a tricky one for sure. Disney stock right now, let's take a quick look at charts. Gordon says Disney. Let's see in white, not white charts, in trading view. I do like both. I'm very bullish in both, and I do have a position in both, Kento. But let's see. So we have Gordon saying Disney. David Becker is watching Disney. I do want to say, right, Disney has been kind of consolating around this price point. So I do like Disney where it's at. It's not overextended. It is falling a bit, but that could be good. Agree, right? They did have some strong numbers in their Disney Plus. I do want to say one of the fears with Disney right now, Kendo, and I believe it's going to cause a little bit more volatility, is the increase of Delta variant cases. That can kind of affect the company volatility in its volatile wise. If we take a look at Square has a different issue. I feel Square is a bit overextended in form of stock price. Right now, I would say I would say Square is more volatile due to recent news and has the chances of just going down based on just its pure volatility. For long term, I do like both. I have no preference one or the other. I'm happy with both positions. I think, like Fizz says, depends on holding time frame. If you're holding for multiple years, 3 to plus 5 years, I think either or is perfect. If you're holding short term, I think volatility is too unknown to really answer. Both, I like both. I think in price points right now, I do like Disney a little bit better. Just like what David said, it has fallen quite a bit. So I like Disney a little bit better, but obviously with that Delta variant volatility, I do believe it can continue to increase. So what's going on, Pilot? So many headwinds and issues with no clear solutions. Sentiment seems to be dropping. Smart money moving to safety and waiting for bond yields. I believe a lot of cash will leave stocks medium term. And Pilot, right? It does seem right today. If we take a look at my overall portfolio, it is seeing another red day for sure. Today is actually. Oh, I do. Never mind. So Sea Ltd and Neo are the only ones in my Roku. I don't have Berkshire, so Roku, Sea Ltd, and Neo are the only ones green in my portfolio. It definitely seems like another red day. I do hope it stays like this till Thursday. Right? Thursday are my typical purchasing days, and that's when I'm gonna go in. At the moment, right, most of these stock prices, right, we can see Square is down big, but it's at levels last seen in July. What else can we see? Let's take a quick look. Celsius is down big, but its levels last seen in the end of July. So things are looking a bit scary in the short term of things, but remember, as long-term investors, this is pretty much noise. This is the time when we should go write down, hey, what are we looking to buy? What are some stocks we're looking to buy? What kind of price points are we looking to enter? Gordon, for example, it seems he has a nice list. He has CrowdStrike, Apps, Boosie, PaySafe, East, East, CLT, and Etsy are in his watch list. So that's what I think that's a great move Gordon is doing. He has a list set up right now to kind of just, if things continue to drop, he's going to keep purchasing those stocks. So great move, Gordon. At the moment, I don't want to say I have too much of a list. I think right now, one that I do enjoy, CrowdStrike for sure. I'm liking CrowdStrike. So there's 4 stocks I talked about this past Saturday. CrowdStrike, PaySafe, I forgot Sofi, and I forgot the other one. I mentioned 4. I forgot what the 4th one is. So let's see. Pilot, Poncho, Fizz, Celsius, and Sea Ltd have the same forward price to sales ratio. That is insane. Completely different companies, and that's insane that both Sea Ltd and Pace and Celsius. I want to take a quick look at that if that's true. I wonder if I don't think they have updated the Sea Ltd and Celsius right now. And I don't think Sea Ltd shows up here because it is kind of an international company, so they don't have information here in Y charts, so I can't really take a look at. But Celsius right now, forward price to sales ratio is about 13. What is Sea Ltd at? So what's up, Pilot? If retail traders panic, we're gonna get super good buying opportunities. So many new young retail traders panic possible. I do believe right now there is probably a more younger base of investors than there's ever been. For example, most of you guys here are probably under the age, like me, under the age of 30, right? Or around there. So I do believe some of us might not have the experience of some of the older people out there. But still, remember, long-term investors, we want to just, I want to buy, hold long-term, and agree, right, Pilot? You want to buy and hold long-term, turn the PC off, go surf. I don't know how to surf. I'm scared a shark might attack me or something like that. Need better prices than I got when I bought back in after. So, Pilot, best of luck to you. Haha, I'm over 30, Gordon. That's 52 here. Never mind. I guess you guys are a lot older than I thought. Jose, if you use Coifin instead of Y charts, you can see C's forward price to sales ratio. Biz, are you being sponsored by Coifin right now? That's one I haven't really used. I've seen a lot in Twitter. Kind of taking Danny22. Dave, I feel you. Oh man, so definitely all age group. I'm gonna do like a Roblox and show the age trend of this stream. So thoughts on Celsius? Osama, what's going on? Celsius for me, Osama, is one of my, I want to say top 10 positions right now, but it's actually gotten there from pure gains. I think when I first bought in, it was like less than 1% of my portfolio. Celsius reported strong earnings, right? I mean, volatility right now, I think it's just the overall growth market. I think I still have the price point. I have my Celsius information here, but I never did the video, Osama, but maybe you can want to take a quick look. I mean, revenue was up huge, right? 117% year-over-year growth. Their North America revenue was up 158%. And overall, in their 6 months, 130% year-over-year growth. Their EBITDA grew 204% compared to the same time last year. Income grew 150%. So overall, I mean, Celsius is still growing at crazy levels. I do believe today the overall volatility in the market is just mainly, does that link work? I haven't seen any link biz on it. But Celsius right now, a lot of volatility. This is one that you're kind of seeing prices last seen, I want to say 7 days ago. No, 17 days ago. 17 days ago, right? So volatility is still happening here for Celsius. But we can see in the past month it's still up 7.8%, even though the stock price is down 7% today. So for me, I have no intentions of selling Osama Celsius at the same time. This is one that I had a price point. I believe my cost average is in the teens for Celsius. My link gets removed from chat. Yeah, it probably does. I don't think you can share links here, Fizz, for some reason. So let's see. Android, do you think ATVI is a good stock to buy now? So this is one I'm gonna talk about in 2 different time frames, right? So I do believe Android, in forms of stock price, Activision seems really good, right? It's definitely, if we take a look at Activision, it's definitely sitting next to its longer term moving term average, and those are times when I believe are the strongest buying opportunities, especially if I'm bullish in the company. In forms of games, obviously Activision has great games. They continue to sell great things with WoW, with Hearthstones, kind of moving into their Call of Duty platforms, into their Candy Crush. I do want to say the overall stuff with the lawsuit kind of happening and that frat boy mentality that it's happening in the Blizzard side, and all the changes that are happening with leadership, Android, that's a reason this stock will continue to be very volatile. And depending on where that lawsuit and all that stuff goes, it can create even more of a negative and bearish sentiment to Activision. So it depends on how you feel about that lawsuit and how they're going with that stuff. In forms of stock price, right, not taking a look at that lawsuit and stuff, in forms of stock price, that's where I would say stock price looks good, right? Technicals look good, but again, that it all depends on how you feel with that lawsuit. A talent exodus can really hurt Activision, right? I mean, if a lot of their people just start to walk off, and that's the important thing, right? People have to remember, right? A company is pretty much only a company thanks to its employees. The game developers of World of Warcraft, the game developers of Hearthstone, the game developers of Call of Duty. If people like that, if talent like that starts to leave, sometimes it's one, I mean, I've been in a lot of engineering firms. Sometimes it's 1 or 2 or 3 engineers that really move or produce some crazy amount of products for the company. And if that type of talent leaves, it can really hurt a company in the long term of thing. And depending on how someone might feel with the overall lawsuit, like Veersfish says, overall talent exodus can really affect movements for the stock. So Andrew, I see double bot on my chart, seems a buying opportunity. Thanks for the insight. So yeah, I mean, in forms of technicals, yeah, you're seeing this double bottom, I'm guessing right here. Right, you're seeing this right here. You're kind of seeing, I'm guessing that. Overall, technicals look okay. It's more of just how you feel this company can move forward from this lawsuit. So let's see. Osama, thanks for that. No problem. Should I open margin on Nvidia, Bill? Man, that is a crazy question. I mean, Bill, I have no answer for that. Nvidia, my number one position. I can't wait for earnings. I am gonna do a video on Nvidia. What things to watch before earnings? What's going on, Jason? How's it going? Thank you so much for the support, Jason. How's everything with you? Give me one quick second, guys. So, for those that are not familiar, Jason, if it is the Jason I know, this is the CEO of Benzinga. Appreciate, man, you coming in and just showing some support in the channel. So market, Nvidia, I'm super excited for earnings. They are coming out next week. I trust you so much. Nvidia is great. If Nvidia reports earnings tomorrow after the market closes, I will be doing some form of Twitter Spaces in here on Twitter, so make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm also going to be doing a video today on Nvidia, what to expect for their earnings, and tomorrow obviously we are gonna do a full video on earnings. Good stuff, Jose. Thanks for Jason, appreciate the support. David Becker, what's going on? Tesla. So Tesla, I mean, I'm not following Tesla right now, but what's going on? It is also your biggest holding. Bill, congrats. I mean, Nvidia to me is one of those companies that can change the world. A lot of volatility, right? A lot of volatility for Nvidia right now. I think investors are still super excited about the overall stock split, about the overall, I mean, artificial intelligence, gaming, semiconductor shortage. I believe, to my opinion, Nvidia is kind of overextended. Benzinga has a better earnings calendar. We will get it to you. Peace. Take care, Jason. Make sure to send it to me on Twitter, Jason. I think right now it is kind of blocking some links on the YouTube stream, and then I can share it here. But appreciate the support, Jason. Bill, Nvidia is also a software company. That's where I think the biggest growth for Nvidia is. I feel right now a lot of investors only consider Nvidia a hardware company. And Bill, man, thanks. That's a great point. I think right now investors still see Nvidia as just a GPU company, as just a chip company, but they are becoming more of like a software-based product as things continue to grow, right? They have all these, the Omniverse, they have the Drive. Let's take a quick look at Nvidia right now. So Nvidia earnings, Jason Rick with the earnings whisper. Nvidia, they have Omniverse, right? They have stuff for healthcare, they have stuff for cybersecurity. So much platforms that Nvidia is kind of creating right now that they are, Bill, man, like you said, kind of becoming a software company. At the same time, I personally wouldn't do margins. That's just not my style, right, Bill, man? I kind of just invest with what I have right now. Nvidia is the biggest threat to Tesla. You think so, Bill, man? You think there's Nvidia Drive is going to be a huge performance? Again, right, we're seeing both doing a different style of play, where Tesla is kind of mainly focusing on eye visualization, on visualizations from computers and cameras, where Nvidia is kind of more focusing in kind of like LiDAR style process. So it's going to see who is going to get there first. I do believe Nvidia has huge potential to kind of do well with self-driving cars and automation driving. We already have a lot of their, I believe they have some people already working with the full automations around the world. Nvidia, let's take a quick look at Nvidia's investors relations. And let me just take a quick look real quick. Nope, I don't see a message from Jason just yet. So Bill, Kendo, more bullish on 3D modeling space stocks or EVs? Me, I think I'm more bullish on and 3D modeling stocks. I think 3D modeling stocks are more important because they're going to be stuff for augmented reality. They're going to be stuff for virtual reality. And the augmented and virtual reality markets are going to be in both, in every type of enterprise, right? From product development to engineering, construction, to animation, to content creation. So I am more bullish on 3D modeling companies. That's why I would say that for me, Unity is one of my top 5 positions, right? Space stocks or EV stocks, I don't think I have any EV or space stocks as my top 5 positions, but I do have a company in the 3D modeling because that's something. Gaming is going to continue to grow. We're going to start seeing some form of AR and VR type advertisement in the near future. We're already kind of seeing it in forms of like Snapchat. A lot of international companies like JD are kind of using AR and VR. I do believe that 3D modeling is needed for almost anything in the form of content creation that we're growing on in the world. So for me, more bullish candle on 3D modeling than space stocks or EVs. Maybe some of you guys, is Cerence consider EV? I consider Cerence more of an artificial intelligence company, Fizz. They're more of a software company where the voice automation, I consider more voice smartness, not just artificial, more like voice, more of like a voice company. So I don't think I would consider that an EV play. I'll consider that more of like a voice play to my mindset, right? Tesla is in hot water with the government, which means good buying chance for us, LOL. So let's take a quick look at Tesla stock right now. True, it's all cars and Fizz, right? They're not just in cars, right? They're kind of moving into motorcycles as well. They're also kind of moving into elevators as well. So that kind of and they're trying to get into other forms of products as well. So for me, when they kind of are entering the elevator, I think that was a revolution, not a revolutionary thing, but it's opening a whole new door for Cerence. So the biggest threat to Nvidia is a big player start making their own chips. For sure, Bill, right? I think, you know, like we mentioned before, right? I think Fizz hit it right perfectly on the nail. That I do believe a good portion of some of these companies' strongness is their employees or their talent. Nvidia, I feel, has super smart engineers. They're super happy to work at their facilities. Their campuses look amazing. I mean, if YouTube doesn't end up working for me, and this is, I keep saying, if YouTube for some reason doesn't work out for me, Nvidia, we do have a campus here in New Jersey. I wouldn't mind taking a look at applying there, just because we see how strong that company is doing, and I see how happy the engineers are there. So if YouTube doesn't work, we can see Nvidia. I'll see you there. So let's take a quick. Sea Ltd right now is still doing amazing in forms of, look at that, $312. Right now up 7.4%. I can't imagine how the stock would be doing if it wasn't for this bleeding market. So right now, Dow is still down 0.66%. NASDAQ is still down 0.79%. S&P 500 is still down 0.5%. Sea Ltd is still kind of like, yeah, I don't care. The market is down. We're coming in. We're going to show you some double-digit growth right now, up $21. Sea Ltd is probably single-handedly kind of carrying my portfolio. Jose, are you all? No, Bill, I am an electrical engineer. So I've dealt with like robot automation. I've dealt with like circuit creation. I've dealt with like semiconductor productions and stuff like that. I've done a few coding, but I'm not a software genius, right? I've done more like stuff like C++, simple coding, right? Simple coding to get my stuff to move. But a few software developer, not at all. More of like a machine maker. Love to see my C report good earnings. Ben, don't worry. In about 15 minutes, guys, Sea Ltd video is coming out. It's already scheduled. It's scheduled for 10:45. But let's see. Do you ever look at Otis Elevators? Fizz, I have not looked at it. Kendall, when I was in school for engineering, I used 3D modeling a lot. Nice, Kendall. What kind of engineer are you using? Thanks for the input. Looking into place to jump into. I think I like Autodesk, seeing as that was the main platform I used, but we'll look. So Kendall, I do believe Autodesk is a huge player in this market. I do believe Autodesk is going to be a big player. I used to have Autodesk in my portfolio. When Unity took a huge dive, I kind of sold Autodesk just to get into Unity, but I do like Autodesk. I do believe both Unity and Autodesk, they're not competitors, they're kind of used with each other. Where Autodesk is more of the 3D modeling creator, where you bring that 3D model to Unity and then use it there. Ben Perez, love seeing, yep, we talked. Hudson, CleanSpark just took a dive. Haven't really taken a look, Hudson, at CleanSpark. Simon, what's going on, Simon? Is there any chance you can talk about Yalla? It's a social platform in Middle East and down big time. There is a Luso on them. Should we sell, hold, or buy more? So first, Simon, I would say, how important is that lawsuit? How big is that lawsuit? I think a lawsuit definitely can affect the company in short-term movements, and I think that's the better type of information to look at. But let's see how much time I have. Simon, we can definitely take a look at Yalla if we have time. Kevin, long C. Yes, long C. Let's go. Are we going to see double digit percentage growth? Jose, stop stalking the engineers there. David, yeah, I drive around Nvidia's campus every day just to see how happy they are. Predictions of Osama, predictions of Corsair stock in the next 3 months. I mean, I do think earnings will come up super strong in the next few quarters. Obviously, I don't know the overall stock price, but now that we're getting closer to holiday seasons, stores are going to be buying back, are going to be ordering a lot of stuff for the holiday seasons, right? I mean, even though holiday seasons is quarter 4, these big retails start their orders a few quarters before that, right? Because they're not going to order the quarter of. So Corsair, I think as content creators are still continuing to increase, we're seeing a lot more YouTubers. We're seeing Facebook bringing in content creators. We see Etsy kind of bring content creators. I believe some other ones are also bringing content creators to their platforms. The world of content creators is still very early, very early. So things like Corsair, with deals with a lot of streaming products, and also deals with just gaming products in general, I believe this is a strong company in the gaming market, but it's not the first gaming company I would go with. Holiday orders have been done long ago, like March. David, but remember, even earnings are still, this earnings would only be up to September. And they do have new products. So agree, right? The holiday orders have been done a long ago. That's true, but it all very true, right, David? Shipping for orders start like in September, at latest October. Okay, so maybe we already saw the strongness of it. David, thanks for sharing that information. Let's see. Nvidia stock's gonna rise by 30% due to the increase in talent once you join them, right? Danny, let's just hope I never join them. If I never join them, it means this YouTube stuff did perfect for me. HIMS is in semiconductor. All right, Kevin, we can take a quick look at that. I haven't really followed that. So Ashton, what do you think about Sofi? It keeps dipping. So Sofi, I mean, I did a video on them, Ashron. I don't think their earnings were bad. Did anybody not like, anybody here in Sofi that didn't like their earnings? I think Sofi earnings were, I wouldn't say, I mean, it wasn't weak. It wasn't, I wouldn't say crazy amazing. It wasn't a crazy growth. One of the biggest impacts I want to say is their guidance for the full year. They did see a beat. Their guidance, if I remember, let's see. I think I have that open here. Sofi, do I have Sofi? Do I have Sofi? No, I don't. I only have Roblox, I only have Celsius, and I only have Sea Ltd here, so I haven't. So Sofi, I mean, at the moment, I think it's just overall volatility in the noise. I'm happy where the stock price is at right now. If there was a buying opportunity for Sofi, I think now would be the time for me to build in a base. I mean, it's kind of like, you can see it's bottomed out here a few times, for sure. So for me, Sofi at these levels, I believe a good portion of the risk, nothing in their earnings for Sofi told me, hey, this is a company you need to jump out of right now. So Sofi still growing at impressive levels. We did see though that right now, one of the things affecting the company is their overall, the extensions of student loan repayment here in the United States. For example, some people, I know a lot of people, now that we have 0% interest rates, they're not paying their student loans right now. It makes, I mean, if you have debt at 0% interest rates, it makes sense to not pay it and use that money for other styles of investments. So that is affecting, I think, believe $40 million in revenue for Sofi. At the end of the day, like I said, earnings didn't really scream much for, didn't scream any selling opportunities for me. It's a company to hold, in my opinion, if one is holding. Kendall, mechanical engineer, nice. My wife is actually a mechanical engineer as well. If I recall correctly, Nvidia recruited over 10,000 past year. What? That's a lot of people. My uncle was visiting Fizz. Let's see. We have a story right now. Hey, Jose, Musica #1. Hey, Jose, listening to you while at work. I do a rerun later when I get home. Lots of good info. Musica #1. Thank you so much for the support. Ben Perez, give me a discount on a GFX card once you get a job at Nvidia. Ben, first I need to get myself some few graphics cards. Man, those things are still selling like no tomorrow. So Fizz, story time. My uncle was last visiting Toronto over the last 2 weeks. He works at Candace Design Solutions, which is used to design chips. That's actually pretty cool. I love hearing semiconductor chip. I don't know, maybe just because I know about chips. I would love to talk about chips all day. Andrew, if you own Nvidia, should you have TSMC share? They are the biggest duet in technology companies. I don't think you have to, right, Android? I mean, TSMC is definitely a good play in the chip industry as well. To me, I just kind of, even though I do have a lot of positions, the semiconductor, I'm really big right now with just Nvidia and AMD. I think those two positions make up over almost 20% of my portfolio. Nvidia is definitely close to 10%, and AMD is close to like 8%. So I'm happy in the semiconductor market with those two players right now. David, let's see, Bill, man, I am sure the market will make an excuse to tank Nvidia after earnings. Even so, I won't panic. Bill, 100%. So that's what, and let's take a quick look. Sea Ltd, man, Sea Ltd is making us all happy right now. I just want to keep it here, up 8.14%. But let's take a quick look at Nvidia. So I do agree, right? Nvidia, the market can kind of make this tank or blah, blah, blah. So much ways the market can go about it that can really give us some form of panic news on Nvidia. If Nvidia drops a lot, I would buy. If it drops, I would not have any intentions of selling, especially if no fundamental changes have happened with the company. Nvidia to me is a tier 1 stock, is a company that even without the ARM acquisition, let me say this again, even without the ARM acquisition, Nvidia is a company that will stay as a tier 1 stock for me. I bought into Nvidia not worrying about ARM acquisition. I personally believe the ARM acquisition has a very, very low chance of actually happening. So if it happens, that's actually more of a bullish flag for me. Nvidia gonna make you go 5 on 5 on your tier 1 stock earnings. Nvidia going to make you go 5. That would be awesome, right, Dave? I mean, have all my tier 1 stocks have killed it on earnings. Dave, now damn it, Dave. Now you got me luck. So, right, Sorrent, they reported earnings and the stock was up nonstop after reporting earnings, right? I mean, right now the overall market is down, but we can see when this company reported earnings on Monday, stock price was up. We take a, let me just gloat real quick. Let me just show off. So we have Unity, right? Unity reported earnings on Tuesday. It's been up since there. What else do we have? We have AMD. AMD is my top 5 position. Did AMD go up? I don't think, I don't remember. I don't know about AMD. I think it might have gone up after earnings. And then we have today Sea Ltd. Sea Ltd is just killing at 8%. Now let's hope Nvidia. All right, Dave. Now you got me pumped up. Let's have 5 for 5 on my top 5 positions. Let's check out. So check out my Twitter. Someone says check out my Twitter. Let's check out my Twitter. What did you send me? I didn't get any messages on my Twitter. Message request. Oh, there, I got it. For some reason, I don't know. Jason sent me. Jason. So let's see. Right now, let's take a quick look. Benzinga's just showing some love. Thanks for the support, Benzinga. They did show some love today for earnings. What do we have today? We have Huya. You know what, you guys, again, and this is something happening a lot with a lot of people. They keep forgetting Sea Ltd. Sea Ltd did not report earnings today. Had reported earnings. A lot of calendars forgot that. But tomorrow we have, what up? Tomorrow, I only really care about Nvidia tomorrow. And then on Thursday for me, I mean, we have what? We have Macy's. Maybe some people might be we have a lot of retail stores, right? I'm not much of a retail investor. We have Macy's, we have Kohl's, we have BJ's, we have Billy. So I mean, I don't think Billy is a retail, but we have BJ's, Kohl's, and Macy's. Maybe Petco. Not a market I'm into. But then Friday we have Foot Locker. We have, I think that's it. So this is pretty much going to be a slow earnings day for the companies I follow. Maybe some of you guys might be a little bit more interested. We actually have Robinhood. Robinhood is reporting earnings tomorrow. I don't follow Robinhood, but I know this has been super, super popular. And for all the semiconductor love, we have Analog Devices right now. Kind of positive here, kind of doing earnings tomorrow. So thanks for that, Benzinga. Appreciate it. So let's see. Jose, you got to look. Let's see. AMD, let's see. Do I have... yeah, AMD jumped after earnings. Man, thank you, Dave. Dave, you are thank you for that. I'm super, super excited now how my stocks have been doing. Fizz, man, stop it. Congrats on SE all-time highs. Go buy a free skin. See, I mean, Fizz, appreciate the support. That's the second support you showed today. It really does mean a lot, man. Fizz, and you've been one of the OGs in my channel. And thank you so much, Fizz. I definitely appreciate it. Thanks to people like you. Like, I'm able to do this as a full-time. So again, I know I probably, every time I get like even doesn't matter the monetary value. when I ever get support, I'm pretty sure I go on a crazy rant, but it's just I'm so appreciative of you guys. I'm so appreciative of all the support you guys give me and how I'm able to kind of really do this full time. So thank you so much. So let's see, Kevin, do you have any Cardano? No, I haven't followed. AMD was up a ton after earnings, like 30%. Pilot, your tier 1 stocks have made me some good profits. Thank you. Definitely worth investing in Patreon and time online. Appreciate that. Pilot, I know you. Pilot, you are also one that's been supporting like crazy monetarily. I appreciate you like no tomorrow. Aaron, Jose, you got to look at InMode. You guys keep talking about InMode. I mentioned it to you a while ago, but it's what I called. This is what I called a perfect stock. Net margins 85%. Grows around 42. The only thing right now, Aaron, is because of earnings seasons, I'm just so busy with earnings that I can't really focus on anything else. Next, check out the second image. Let's see. Woo, Pilot, appreciate the support. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you so much. So let's see the second image. Actually, they had a second image here. I don't. Let's see Twitter. Jose, we've been long SC and strong for almost 2 years. That's crazy, right? See, it's been here for some time. How about eBay? Let's see. See, so under notice, but I'm okay with it. I think so, right? Android, Nvidia has same fate as AMD right now. AMD fell to 87 before earnings, and then after booming, got to 122. I mean, so see, I hope so. Let's see. Second top right. Woot. That's actually awesome. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say, Basinga, they're pretty cool. Got me up here on my top right with my own calendar picture. Awesome. Thank you guys. But let's see. Jose thinks I'm donating because C is up, but I'm really only donating when the market. That's actually true. Freaking Fizz. Fizz is the biggest bear on the market. He only donates whenever the market is red. Which is happening right now, right? We can see S&P Dow is down 0.8, Nasdaq is down 0.5, S&P 500 is down 0.53. So guys, I do have some prior engagements right now that I have to go work with, but let me give you one final surprise that I have. I don't know if it's a surprise, but something I want to share. We have. This doesn't short the market. He doesn't, but he just he just donates when things go down. I didn't know what was possible. Thanks, Viz. Appreciate the support. So guys, that is Sea Limited's video. I share my overall thoughts on the company right now. Go take a quick look at that, guys. Everybody, thank you so much for the support. I know it was a short stream today, but I got prior arrangements. Fizz, thank you for the support. Pilot, thank you for the support so much. Gordon, thanks for joining as a member. Danny, thanks for being a member. Let's see who else. Everybody else, thank you so much for coming out to the stream today. Again, I am super appreciative of everybody in here. Everybody, Dave, Android, Osama, Kevin, Jason, Bill, everybody. So guys, take care. Go watch that Sea Limited video and have a good day. Peace out, guys. Now, how do I end this stream?